Her blistering cries were enough to pierce even the iciest of hearts. She thrashed and wailed as it took several employees to confine her into that empty cell. I could see the fear resonating in her gaze as her once tender and loving family sped away, without even a second glance. This may seem like a tragic movie ending, but for a lot of unlucky family pets out there, it's just a sad beginning on the road to a loveless and heartbreaking life. Many household pets relinquished to shelters endure a rough and sometimes impossible lifestyle following rehoming for behavioral problems. After a pet has been put into the foster system, their chances of becoming a new addition to a loving family begin to drastically decline. It is believed that personality and training variations may have something to do with the overall obedience and pleasantness of disposition in canine companions. As a lifetime dog owner and enthusiast, I can assure you that the relationship between human and canine best friend is very suspect to be in direct correlation to the mental, emotional, and physical health of said animal, as well as their human counterpart. Unfortunately, millions of our furry friends are sheltered each year due to behavioral problems. According to the ASPCA, approximately 3.3 million canines are sheltered each year, while about 700,000 of those dogs are euthanized due to lack of adoption. The ASPCA's National Rehoming Survey revealed that of those 3.3 million dogs sheltered each year, about 47% of those animals are relinquished due to behavioral issues. Common behavioral problems include, but they're not limited to, aggressive tendencies, excessive barking, chasing, chewing, digging, jumping up, or even more serious issues like biting. Biting is probably the worst behavior a pet could display, especially since it will usually land them in a shelter or cost them their life. Depending on the severity of the situation, an injury-causing bite could result in a nasty lawsuit against the animal's caregiver. According to a study done by the Center for Disease Control, nearly 5 million dog bites occur throughout the United States each year. Fortunately, only about 800,000 of those bites require medical attention. However, with a countrywide population of 326 million, this data suggests that 1 in every 69 people will be bit by a dog at some point in their life. Although most dog bites occur when the animal is not spayed or neutered, fatal dog attacks explains that nearly a quarter of fatal dog attacks of various breeds happen when the canine is chained or tied up for long periods of time. Although these numbers might seem a bit uncomfortable, they are a difficult reality for many victims of poor control over family pets. Preventing aggressive and untamable behaviors with proper training and demeanor may be the answer. The Center for Canine Behavioral Studies is conducting research on the associations between owner personality and psychological status and the prevalence of canine behavior problems through their animal ownership interaction study. As it stands currently, the CCBS have found modest connections between confrontational training methods and certain behavioral problems, such as owner and stranger-directed aggression, separation anxiety, chasing, incessant barking, and house soiling. Further statistical analysis suggested that owners with a low score of 4 on 4 of the Big 5 personality dimensions, agreeableness, emotional stability, extroversion, and conscientiousness, saw more aggressive related behavioral issues with their canine partner. With the various evidence suggesting that confrontational training and owner personality defects, along with negligent tendencies, tend to breed a more aggressive pup, it is time we stop blaming the dog and start looking to the keeper. The university's Federation for Animal Welfare states that the use of aversive stimuli in training may have negative welfare implications. It is suggested that reward-based training methods in opposition to punishment-based ideals, both verbal and physical punishment, are consistently more effective in correctly training a dog for continued obedience and fewer behavioral issues. Furthermore, it is also recognized that negative training methods can eventually lead to aggression and possibly the dreadful biting dog. To avoid these types of problematic behaviors, a positive attitude is crucial, accompanied with a lot of love and patience to best train your furry companion. Although a difference in training efforts will help the obedience problem, it will not resolve it alone. Prospective owners need to be aware of the differences in dog breeds while being prepared to reach the individual needs of each animal. In addition, the information found by Dodman and Serpel through the Animal Ownership Interaction Study is being used to accommodate certain types of owner personality types with a matching companion best fit for their individual requirements. Negative training methods may have worked for your family's animals, and maybe even for generations of family pets before that. But each dog is different, just as each person has their own personality. Some dogs may respond well to negativity. However, the majority have been proven to learn more through positive reinforcement. Millions of dogs die each year, unloved and alone in a cold jail cell, left behind by families they idolized and never expected to be abandoned by. These sweet creatures are afraid and bitter in a world that has turned their back on them and refused to accept responsibility of these animals' problems. If left unchecked, hundreds of thousands of dogs will continue to be euthanized each year. But if we make a conscious effort to educate ourselves on the importance of training and the specific needs of our animal, we may be able to change those numbers. Any prospective owners should be wary of what they're getting themselves into when purchasing or adopting a dog, and they must be prepared to take on all responsibility when training and caring for said animal. When all caretakers do their part, we can make a large dent and eventually even eliminate the millions of heartbreaking and emotionally gut-wrenching stories these dogs are forced to live. Being informed and diligent when taking on the role of caretaker for an animal is our best defense against dog bites, euthanasias, and abandonments. Always do your research when looking for a new pet. Find out what you're looking for in an animal and go from there. Do you want a dog that can run with you every morning? Or would you rather have a cuddly napping buddy by your side? It is vital to know what you're seeking and find a dog to suit those needs. Realize that each companion has their own differences in learning abilities, exercise requirements, and past complications, so remember that it is your duty as the owner to overcome these issues and adhere to the specific needs of your animal. Use patience and positivity to shape your furry friend into the ideal companion for you. It is your responsibility to be informed on your decision when agreeing to take care of an animal. Make sure you have the means to effectively train and care for your new addition to the family. The animal is not to blame. It is our choice to be the caretaker of their lives, and we cannot give up when it seems unmanageable. It only takes a single person to give a previously lost dog a loving and forever home.